At the end of World War II, Volkswagen company occupied by British Army. And you can see what Volkswagen doing. They do the staff car, two-wheel drive with a high leg off-road. This is the Dr. Porsche used one. And the four-wheel drive Commander wagon. This is a much wider fender and the four-wheel drive. You can see the tire also not the same. And here you can see the chassis model. It is exactly same as in the Porsche Hometown Museum, Auto Museum. The chassis, you can see fuel tank in front drive, LST is FLC in front, and then you can see the control. One is for the normal 4-speed, another one is two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, and the low gear. And you can see the rear, the engine, faithful engine, gearbox, four-wheel drive transfer case inside. This is the air-cooled faithful engine, OH3. It is very famous. The alternator, drive a fan at end. So the fan cooling the engine from here. And this is a very special gearbox transfer case inside the gearbox. You also can see the puncture axle at the rear. It is called reduction hub gearbox at the rear wheel. So it makes the independent suspension CV joint, the angle not many. So for reliable and fuel consumption. At the end of World War II, 1945 summer, British Army occupied the Volkswagen manufacturer, and they don't have their own off-road vehicle. They use a lot of American release chip, and what are they thinking is they want to build their four-wheel drive, small four-wheel drive. And at that time, Austin and Land Rover, they never built four-wheel drive. So they start to use the old spare parts to build their own four-wheel drive. What they are doing is exactly use the VW Type 877 chassis gearbox to build their own four-wheel drive Commander car. And what happened is spare parts shortage because the front drive parts supply in Berlin under the Red Army control area. So this is a big problem. And they only have two set front drive. So what are they doing? They're doing two four-wheel drive beetle. And it's a little bit modification. Both two cars, no front and rear bumper. And they use a roller to the front, so make the departure angle much more a little bit. The problem is they only can build two. And the French army also no four-wheel drive, small four-wheel drive. So one give French army, another one give British army to test. After test, everyone happy with the result, the performance, because independent four-wheel suspension, puncture axle, LSD at the front and rear, but nothing they can do. And then they start to do 82E, they call Type 51. It is a two-wheel drive, high-leg off-road sedan. From this picture, you can see the British Army, they like even two-wheel drive because better than nothing. This is a high-leg. They also doing some short wheelbase, some pickup truck, and some ambulance, even tractor, post office service. This is FMS, people's car, and we paint it to the British green color. At August of 1945. British Army ordered 20,000. After 1 month, they ordered much more, double. That means total 40,000. The Type 51, it is exactly same as 82E. It is a high leg rear-wheel drive and with ECF limited slip differential, power axle. The only difference is you cannot find the German Army headlamp anymore. Others are the same. Sure, they will have some chrome spare parts. This is all the true story about Volkswagen after World War II. And if they can find the 4-wheel drive parts, no more Austin later, no more Land Rover, I believe. So this is a British Army history after the war. The Volkswagen service in British Army until 60s. 1953, the second generation Volkswagen Beetle, one-piece, real small window, still service in British Army and the French Army and the American Army in Europe, and also Europe, other small country. They use a lot of civilian Volkswagen because they're very reliable and very comfortable and easy to build, low price, because they don't use wood to build the body anymore. Volkswagen Beetle is really a high technology at that time. Cheap price, low price, reliable, and can go anywhere, even two-wheel drive. The car still can go to off-road. You know why? Because the rear mount engine, rear-wheel drive. All the heavy weight on the drive axle, not like a normal car. Normal car is the front engine, rear-wheel drive. But this is a rear mount engine, rear-wheel drive. The FMS, the best Beetle model after Beetle born. We never see any Beetle display model or radio control model can be such detail. The fan bell working, if the car working, all controlled by radio control. Door open, close like the rear, front engine open, suspension working, power axle, independent front and rear suspension, air-cooled Fat4 engine. I hope all the 12 scale FMS model give all the classic car lover and the radio control car lover and the display model car lover, because the price same as display model. Thank you for watching.